Okay, so you're listening because you need the essential info, and that's what we're here for today. We're diving into some pretty big changes in the UK's immigration rules, the ones affecting international students.
That's right. And we're looking at a very recent update, May 2025. It's all coming from a new UK government immigration white paper.
Right, so our goal here, our mission, if you like, is to just cut through all the jargon
Yeah,
and give you the key things you need to grasp about studying, living, and maybe, staying on in the UK after your course.
exactly.
Okay, so what are the immediate things, the stuff we really need to get our heads around right now?
Well, the main theme seems to be a tightening up across the board, really.
Tightening up, how so?
We're seeing new visa rules coming into effect basically straight away. And the university sponsoring students, they're facing much stricter requirements now.
Ah, okay. So it hits both sides, the students and the institutions sponsoring them.
Precisely.
And what about the graduate visa? I know that's like a huge deal for students wanting that post-study work experience.
Yeah, that's seen a really significant change. The length of the graduate visa, it's been cut
Cut to what?
down to 18 months.
18 months. Wow, that's quite a reduction.
It is. And it puts a lot more pressure on graduates, to find that skilled job quickly.
Right. You'd need a much more sort of proactive job search, maybe even before you finish studying.
You really might.
Yeah.
And employers might need to adjust their timelines, too, for hiring grads.
An 18-month window, okay?
Okay.
Definitely something you need to factor into your planning. And I heard something about English language requirements changing too.
Correct. Yeah, they've raised the bar. The level of English proficiency needed is higher now.
For the student.
For the student, yes, but also, and this is important for any dependents, family members applying with them.
Got it. So good English skills are even more crucial, not just for study, but for the whole family package, potentially.
It really underlines that, yeah. Communication is key.
Makes sense. Now, thinking longer term, for those listening who maybe hope to settle in the UK eventually, what's the news there?
The update indicates that the path to settlement and then potentially citizenship, it's become longer.
Longer. Okay. So that's a pretty fundamental shift if long-term settlement was part of your calculation for studying in the UK.
Absolutely. It's a key piece of information for anyone planning long term.
So overall, it sounds like a more challenging environment. Is that fair? But did the update mention any specific areas where opportunities might still be strong?
Yes, it did, actually. There was a clear signal about potential advantages for high-skilled students.
High-skilled in what areas?
Specifically mentioned were STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, maths, but also research, and interestingly, design.
Okay, STEM research design.
Yeah, it suggests the UK is still very keen on attracting, top talent in those areas it sees as strategic. So if your studies line up there,
You might find things a bit easier, potentially.
potentially, yes. More focused opportunities, perhaps.
This is where it gets really practical for you listening right now. Because whether you're just thinking about applying for 2025 entry or you're already studying here.
This stuff matters. It shapes your immediate choices, your future plans.
Exactly. These aren't just like abstract policy points. They have real world effects, right? On your visa, your job prospects after uni.
Totally. Understanding this now lets you plan better, make informed decisions about what you do next.
So the takeaway for you trying to figure all this out, you probably have more questions,
Yeah.
which is totally normal.
Of course. And for keeping up with the details, because these things can evolve, the update mentioned a social media handle
Oh, yeah.
at Universal Pathways. They seem to focus specifically on UK student visas, policy changes, study abroad tips, maybe even scholarships.
Okay, at Universal Pathways, good resource to keep an eye on then.
Seems like it could be useful, yeah.
Because really, keeping tabs on these rules is it's going to be vital for making your UK journey work smoothly.
Definitely. Which kind of leads us to a final thought, I suppose. Something for you to mull over.
Yeah.
Given everything we've just discussed, the tighter rules, the shorter visa, the specific skill focus, how might this actually shape your academic choices and the career path you imagine for yourself, especially if it's linked to the UK?
That's a really good question to leave people with. How do these changes influence your plans? Definitely something to think about.